Okay, today we're going to talk a little bit about team building and sharing the marketing plan and this awesome Mary Kay dream with so many other women out there who have lost their dreams, they've lost their hopes, and they're going to be just so excited to hear from you about how the Mary Kay business opportunity works and can benefit them, can fulfill some of the needs that are missing in their life. And that's what Mary Kay really wanted, was for us to enrich women's lives both through the business opportunity as well as by sharing the products, which are so exceptional, as we know. And I think the first step in team building really is to share the product line with your customers. After they've had a chance to experience our awesome skincare products at a makeover or at a beauty show, skincare party, they will then be ready to get a little bit more info from you about the business opportunity. And that's why we always want to use that 10 perfect reasons sheet, which you'll find on my website, and share that after they've completed their makeover, they've got their fabulous skincare look on, and you've done a basic review of the skincare, and then you've put their color on, and they're looking fabulous, whether it's a dash out the door, quick and easy kind of look, or you've used one of your color cards, and they've got more of a complete advanced color look from their second appointment. They're going to be excited about the way they look and feel, and about how sharing these products and sharing this business opportunity really go hand in hand. So that's when I share the 10 perfect reasons before I show them the opinion poll with all of my different sets that they can purchase. I really like to just say, gosh, let me just take a minute to tell you a little bit why I love my business with Mary Kay Cosmetics. And I don't know if it's something that you might consider for yourself or not, but I'm going to give you a little bit of the detail today, and then I've got a little wrapped a gift in the center of the table, and we'll just collect everyone's 10 perfect reasons sheet, and we'll give away my little wrapped gift in the center of the table as a thank you. And it really just takes a minute or two. And actually, when I do the 10 perfect reasons, as you'll see on the website, I do have a video of 10 perfect reasons that I do encourage each of your clients at your appointment to read a portion of that 10 perfect reasons. So they're really interacting with you, with the information, and then you can add to the information that they're getting there. Now this is going to be more of an interview where we take it to the next step. So the 10 perfect reasons is kind of to whet their appetite, so to speak. It's not really considered an interview unless you take it to the next step, which is to find out what appeals to them, what might be missing in their life, any concerns or objections they might have about the business opportunity, and then of course the starter kit and how much it takes to get started. So really the 10 perfect reasons is just a first step. Your interview is really where you're sharing career information and, as I say, handling any questions or concerns they might have. It's really where you get to know them better and how you can help the Mary Kay business opportunity fulfill some of the things that are missing in their life. So let me go through some of the tools we're going to be using first as we do our interview or our career chat, whatever you want to call it. But this is our team building workbook, which I have put together, and I've got one of my checks and my story in the front. You can put in the front of your binder whatever you want to, but you can access this team building interview packet right on our website, and it really takes you step by step through the interview process. And I've added a few pictures of the product you can see. I've added one of my team building and director checks here. So there's things that you can add. I've added a weekly summary sheet from one of my weeks here. These are things that you're going to want to add to your team building worksheet or workbook to make it even more interesting. I have an applause magazine, which I sometimes refer to with my clients. I have the star brochures because I like to show them the different star prizes that we can win. Also, I have a copy of my 1099, and if you'd like a copy of my Mary Kay 1099 to put in your notebook that shows my current income well over $100,000 from Mary Kay, you're more than welcome to have a copy of that, because I do have a copy of that. Not online, but I can probably scan it through and put it online for you guys. And then I love this section of the notebook. It's called Common Concerns. And it really helps you walk through as people give you a concern. Not that you would walk through all of them, but it gives you the words to say as people say to you, gosh, you know, it sounds like fun, but I need to talk with my husband about it, or my boyfriend. Then you could very quickly flip through to this page and share with her, you know, I understand that you'd like to talk with your husband. I mean, you can even read it almost by looking down and then speaking up forward to her. You know, I can understand how you feel wanting to talk with your husband about the business opportunity. But if he's like most guys, he'll probably say, go ahead if it's something you really want to do. And if he said go ahead, what would you say? Would it be something you'd like to get started with today, or might there be something else that would be a question or concern for you? Because many times there's more than one common concern for women in starting their business with Mary Kay. And so we need to just check those off her list one step at a time as we go through. Some other things that I like to have on hand at all of my appointments is a team building packet that I have put together for my clients. And I bring enough for every single guest. And of course my hostess typically gets this information in advance with her hostess packet. And let me just walk you through what's in this packet. It's a plastic sheet protector, and you can get these in bulk at any of your office supply stores or Costco. And inside I do have the team building brochure that you can get from Mary Kay Cosmetics. It's called Discover Extra Income. And I usually take the team building appointment guide out and have it ready for her, because it has a great deal of information, personal success stories and product information, and then some quick questions and a quiz on what they might be looking for in their life. And what I love is Mary Kay has included a blank weekly plan sheet. So since a concern for a lot of women is, I have so much on my plate, I can't imagine how I could fit anything else in. You can begin to help them take a look at their week at a glance, and really where would there be a pocket, a time frame of an hour, maybe 2 hours that they could plug Mary Kay in. That's really, really valuable to you. Also, I like to put in a business card so that I have that for them. I also like to put in the team building CD. That's the matching CD that goes with the Discover, how our products can create extra income for you. So those go hand in hand. They're available on Section 2 for Mary Kay. And then also in the sheet protector, I put in the picture of the starter kit, and I have a couple of different starter kit pictures you can choose from, so that they know what are the contents of the starter kit, and then a visual of what it looks like. I also like to put in my story and one of my checks, so that they can see that yes, I do earn over $100,000 in Mary Kay Cosmetics, and they can too. This is Mary Kay Part-Time to Full-Time. You'll find this on my website as well. It talks about the accidental consultant who's, just taking an hour or two during the week and just taking what comes her way in terms of reorders as she's meeting people. Oh, I own my own business with Mary Kay. Have you ever tried the products? Just kind of taking business that falls in her lap, out and about, in life, dropping off the kids at school or at daycare, or going to the dentist or doctor's office, and letting people have a catalog so that they can know what you do with Mary Kay Cosmetics. So the accidental consultant, just a couple of hours a week, but you could be making an extra $200 to $300 a month. Semi part-time consultant, the team manager, and of course the director, and the kinds of time frames, the kinds of income potential. And this, I find, is really helpful in overcoming women's objections about time as well. Then, of course, a current consultant agreement. So you want to make sure that your consultant agreements are current as of 2010, because the company did design a new agreement for those of you who've been in business a while. And this is the only agreement they are currently accepting, and it is a 2010 two-page white agreement. So just so that you know, this is the only paper agreement the company will accept currently. And of course, so much faster to process an agreement online with your client, and you can do that on your BlackBerry. You can do it on your computer. You can sign up a consultant on your laptop at a coffee shop. It's just so convenient now with Mary Kay in Touch. And under the second column, under under Business Tools, you scroll down to the bottom and it says Online Agreements. And that's where you'll have an opportunity to access an online agreement that a client could complete. The only difference in the information between a paper agreement and an online agreement is with the online agreement, you would need to have your customer add in her maiden name. So that's the only difference between the paper agreement and the online agreement, is the maiden name of your client. And then I love to put in the Mary Kay car flyer because, you know, I think pictures speak a million words. And this car flyer that you can access on my website has not only the Chevy Malibu, which is the career car for our part-time consultants, but it also has the 3 career cars that are available for sales directors. So for women who are wanting to step into a leadership position with Mary Kay, build a team, influence other women, make a difference for them as they grow a dream team, earn their car and step into a directorship as a sales director and then on into national sales directorship, I really believe that the car is that first huge incentive that Mary Kay offers. And of course, you know that Mary Kay provides the insurance, 85% of the insurance, tax, license, and registration on those vehicles. So I find that to be very, very appealing. And so all of this information is what I include in the team building packet so that I have what they need to answer most of their questions and concerns. And I have my office assistant put multiple packets of these together. I usually have, 30 of these ready to go for every single month. And I have a box in my car that has multiples of these and my hostess packets ready to go. So at any appointment, or if I'm just running errands to the post office, I could go to my trunk of my car, and in a box I've got team building packets I can access and hostess packets that I can also access. So let me go ahead and just say 2 other things that you would want to have, 2 or 3 other things you'd want to have for your interview would be the DVD, Imagine the Possibilities, and these are just $5 on section 2, and I would definitely have multiples of these. If you're serious about the business, 5 or 10 with you at all times in the trunk of your car, and have these available so that if someone is serious about sharing career information, and especially if she wants more info to take home, perhaps she has a husband or boyfriend that she'd like to share the details with, this DVD was really designed from a husband's or spouse's perspective. And I find it to be very inspiring, not only for women, but for men to be able to watch this and see, wow, my wife could really excel with Mary Kay as a business opportunity, or my girlfriend could really, make an incredible living and have an incredible lifestyle for us with this Mary Kay business opportunity. So I love the DVDs, have multiples of those on hand, and then have a specific time that you're going to be following up to pick this up, because these are $5 to cost to you. So make sure that you let her know you'd like for her to watch it in the next 24 to 48 hours, and then have a designated time that you can get together with her, pick up the DVD, treat her to a cup of coffee, and answer more questions. And bring along your team building notebook so that you can really walk her through an interview and answer some of those questions and concerns for her. You'd also want to have a lookbook handy, because referencing the products and reminding her how fabulous our products are will really bring her back to what she loves about Mary Kay, and that is usually the product line. And then I also like to have an Applause magazine handy with my team building information, because the Applause magazine really shows how incredibly big this company is, the integrity and the education that Mary Kay offers to us as consultants, training information, product knowledge information, how to sell new product, marketing tips, and of course lots of recognition. And you'll want to go ahead and circle your sales director and your unit and their accomplishments, your national sales director, towards the back where they post the recognition, the incomes of the sales directors, the incomes of the national sales directors. For someone who is motivated to earn extra money, replace their full-time job with Mary Kay, this can be huge. And of course, the personal stories in Mary Kay are so inspiring as well. So I really love having the Applause magazine with me at my interview as well. So let me go ahead and walk you through the actual interview. And let's pretend that I have someone sitting next to me here, and I'm going to be walking through the team building notebook with her, asking specific questions. And this is the same kind of information I would walk through on a phone interview if we were, calling one of your clients and creating a three-way conversation where I call you and then we dial in your prospective team member. And that's the beauty of this business. There are no territories. So you may have a friend or family member in New York or Washington, D.C. that you'd like to share career information with. And all we have to do is set up an appointment time for 30 minutes. I call you on my phone, and we dial her in, and then the three of us are on that call together. And you can share a little bit of information about what you love about Mary Kay. I can walk her through the actual career interview. So I am going to just really, point and read with my one-on-one appointment here. And I'm just going to say, today we're going to discuss the following. And I'm reading just right along in my notebook here. I'll let you tell me a little bit about yourself and some of your interests, and then I'll brief you, tell you about myself and why I enjoy my career. So really and truly, you guys, you don't have to know anything. Just be able to point your finger, 1, 2, 3, and read. And you'll be able to begin to have a conversation with her about our awesome business opportunity, what's missing in her life, and the benefits of how Mary Kay can fulfill that need. So I'm going to give you some of the facts about the company today. We'll discuss some questions that you might have, and then I'll ask your opinion of the business opportunity and what you've heard today based on everything I've shared. So let me get to know you a little bit better by asking you to just tell me a little bit about yourself. And based on the way she tells you about yourself, you'll know a little bit more about her personality style. If I say, tell me a little bit about yourself, which is the first question here, she might say, oh gosh, I'm a mom, and I've got 2 kids, and I love being able to be at home for their activities. So I know that her priority is being a mom and being available for those children and providing the special, dance classes and baseball league activities that they might have, or soccer activities that they might want to participate in. So all of a sudden I know what her priority is, because that was the very first thing that came to her mind when I asked her about herself. Now some other women might say, hey, I'm single, just finished up college, and just looking for my life, looking to find out what what I want to do, and looking for a full-time career. I got my business degree, and now I'm not quite sure which direction I'm headed. So you're going to get to know that person by asking some of these questions. Here's question number 2. Tell me a little bit about what you like best about your current situation or your current job, if she's working. If she's not working, I like to say, what your current situation. And she might say, oh, I just love having, the flexibility and freedom to be at home with my children, and, to just be there for, be the mom I always wanted to be. And if she is working another job, I might say, gosh, tell me, what do you like best about your full-time job? She might say, oh gosh, I really love the challenge of it. I love the people that I work with, and, I like what I do. And then ask her this next question. This will really tell you so much about the next step to take with her. The next question is, what do you like least about your current situation or job? And they will quite readily tell you, well, I'm really not paid that much. I pretty much do the same thing every day. It's getting to be a little mundane for me. And I'm kind of stuck in an office all day. So she's giving you a great deal of information about what she doesn't like about her full-time situation. So what I like to do is I like to write notes on everything she says to me, so that I can refer back to it And remember what she liked best, what she liked least. And then this next question is really an important question that really will give you a great deal of information to proceed with your interview. And that is, if you could design the perfect part-time career for you, what would be 3 characteristics that you might be looking for in the perfect career opportunity for you? Even if it was just an extra part-time opportunity, what would be important for you to have? And just quiet yourself and listen to what she responds. Most people are going to say they want to have fun in the work environment, so having fun with people that they like to work with. A lot of people are going to talk about having flexibility because they have other priorities like children or travel plans in their life. And many women are going to say they'd like to make more money. But you will want to write down those 3 characteristics because that will be so huge in how you develop your interview and the information you're sharing with her. Because the interview is really not about you at all, it's all about her. So when you find out up front what she likes, what's important in her life, what she likes best about her current situation, what she likes least about her current situation, and 3 characteristics or qualities she would like to see in the perfect career situation, you have really everything you need except for the objections and concerns. And that's really, something that you can even ask up front with your next question. You can say, at this stage of your life, what do you value most? What's most important to you? And what might be a question or concern for you in giving Mary Kay a try on a part-time basis? I know I haven't described what the business opportunity it includes, but in your mind's eye right now, what might be something that would be a question or concern? And I just did a 3-way conversation with a prospective team member on Sunday, and she said, "Oh, I work another full-time job. I wouldn't have the time to do Mary Kay." So that was her biggest question and concern. So I knew that in her mind, that would be something that I was going to need to address, in addition to the other information she had just given me. So what's so great is then I can just ask her permission to tell her a little bit more about the business opportunity. And you might even take it one step further and ask if she's one of 4 types of personalities. Is she more of a results-oriented person by making decisions pretty quickly, enjoying being the boss, believing that time is valuable, willing to take risks, coming right to the point? Or is she more of a people-oriented person where she loves to talk, she's motivational, she's enthusiastic, she enjoys recognition, she expects positive changes? Or perhaps she's maybe a more family-oriented person. And you can see I'm referring right to this very first page of I'd like to get to know you better in the team building notebook. So is she family-oriented, loyal to the family, taking time to change, security-minded, going by the rules most times, and enjoying close relationships? Or is she more of a detail-oriented person, more of a perfectionist at heart, critical, analytical, changes after studying, and logical in her thinking? And, I like to find out which of those would she find most describes her and her personality. Results-oriented, people-oriented, family-oriented, or detail-oriented. And typically she will select 1 or 2 of those that she is more commonly seeing herself in. And that will kind of help you, once again, to get to know her better and to be able to cater the information you're sharing to her personality style. And of course, this refers back to our Bill Cantrell training with D, I, S, and C, the 4 different personality styles. And so for those of you who have had access to that information, boy, it really helps in getting to know that person better. And then some of the reasons that might appeal to her about our Mary Kay business opportunity before I get into it. Would it be earning extra income? Would that be of interest? How about gaining new friends? Would that be of interest? And she can check all of that apply. Improving self-confidence, receiving recognition for a job well done, utilizing tax deductions or being self-employed, flexible hours, more time with family, company philosophy, God, family, family second, career third, and so forth. So you can go through and have her check off the things that are most important to her or would be of interest to her. And then you can go ahead and share a little bit about your story. And I do mean a little bit about your story. And what I find when I share my story is I want to try and appeal to her personality style in my approach with sharing information. I also want to appeal to maybe her priorities in life. So if she's telling me that she's a college graduate and she's kind of searching for her first career position, she's kind of looking for opportunity, then I probably am going to focus more on how I started my business and without any children, and built my business and then transitioned into getting married and creating a lifestyle for myself and my family and my children once I was married with my Mary Kay business opportunity. So I'm going to start with where she can identify with me better and how I built my business, and then transition and really appeal to what is important to her, and not talk too much about yourself, but rather how your story can relate to her story and how she can take this business step by step. Of course, the next page goes over facts about the company and how our business opportunity was designed over 45 years ago to meet women's needs of flexibility, extra income. And how do we do that? By being the highest paid direct sales at the 50% commission. And that our average skincare party is about $200 to $300 on average with a group of 5 or 6 women. And that she will have the ability to keep half of that as her profit as she builds her business opportunity. So I like to really put a few facts and figures on paper for her to see how she's going to make that extra money. And I like to use that $200 as an average skincare party, because that is really an average that's easy to achieve by most new consultants, and even exceed by most new consultants. But it's a baseline that most people will find to be believable and achievable. And so I might say to her, if we earn a 50% income and a skincare appointment takes a couple of hours to hold, and you could do it in your home or someone else's home, where would you see yourself in the course of a week holding a skincare party? Would you do it during the evening after work? Would you do it during the day because you're currently not working? Would you do it on the weekend? Where would you see yourself? And I might refer to this weekly plan sheet that's in the team building brochure so that she can begin to fill in the time frames that she might be available to work her business. So I'm beginning to help her visualize where would she plug Mary Kay into her life. And, how about here? It looks like you have some time on Thursday evenings. Would that be a good evening since you're free to hold a beauty show and share the products with other women? Great. Now it looks like you've got a couple of time frames here that you could definitely be holding appointments. And if you did hold a skincare party in each of those time frames, working with anywhere from 3 to 6 people at each of those appointments, you could be seeing a good 6 to 12 people in the course of a week. And you could generate sales of $400 to $800 or more in the course of just those 2 skincare parties. Now, would an extra $200 to $400 a week be of benefit to you? And then if we multiplied it out during the month, if you were averaging $200 of income a week, times 4 weeks in the month, that would be an extra $800 of income for you in a given month. Would that be of benefit to you? So really walking her through how simple this business is and where the money is made is in sharing the products with groups of people. So that the skincare party is really what she learns as the main avenue of income. But of course, it's a consumable product, right? We use up that skincare and we need more. And so your customers are going to be calling you back in a couple of months to be or reordering their cleanser, perhaps picking up an extra mascara or some of the other products that they didn't purchase the first time around. And so that's what's so great about this business. It's a consumable product. So as we have those Ultimate Miracle Set and Miracle Set customers that are loving their cleansers and moisturizers and day-night solutions, they're going to be reordering over and over and over again in the course of a month and in the course of a year. And that's where you build a really strong customer base, is with those Miracle Set, Ultimate Miracle Set users. And of course, the reorders are going to continue to grow your income, and they will refer you to other women as well as you ask for referrals and continue to book them as hostesses as new products come out. So all of a sudden, you're beginning to show her how simple this business is, how it can plug into her lifestyle, into her plans for her future, and she's making money on a weekly basis. She's also creating, perhaps outside orders with people reordering product after appointments. She's getting referrals for new clients through her clients, and the bookings continue to build her business and her confidence and her skill level. And so all of a sudden, you're taking her from a place in her mind of, wow, I don't have time for Mary Kay, to all of a sudden, wow, I can see where I have some pockets of time available that I could plug Mary Kay in. And if I knew I could make an extra couple, $300 a week, then it's definitely worth my time and effort to give this business a try. So then I walk her through the next avenue of income, which is, of course, team building. Because there are so many ways to make money in Mary Kay, whether you're doing it face-to-face, whether you're working through your online website, where you're going to have, give your customers 24/7 access to your fabulous, website, backed up and designed and created and maintained by this billion-dollar company of ours. And of course, the beautiful brochures that are going to create interest. So everywhere you go, you want to have catalogs in your purse and catalogs available, because you just never know who you're going to meet at the post office or talk to in line at the grocery store who's going to want to try your products and see what you have available. So it's so great to know that there's so many ways that we can really create those accidental purchases and accidental new customers, online, on paper, of course, on the go, by having samples with you wherever you go. I always like to carry one of our fabulous zip bags in Mary Kay that our face cases are packed in. I carry extra business cards, and I carry lipstick and lip gloss samples with me in my purse at all times. And I don't always have them in little goodie bags, but I do like to have them with me at all times. And that way, somebody could actually select the color, lip gloss or lipstick of their choice from my sample goodie bag that's in my purse, and can feel like they're walking away with a card, a catalog, and a sample. And then I've got a reason to follow up with her and find out more about her business. And then, of course, our beauty party is, our skincare party is the best opportunity to influence women with their products and the business opportunity. Can you begin to see how simple this is to share career information when you're using the team building notebook that really walks you step by step through the interview process, the avenues of income, on into sharing some leadership information, and for women who would like to build a team and step into a CAR program, how, step by step, we share career information with women at our success events, at our events during the month, that they can bring guests to, career coffees and so forth. And then, of course, after each of our appointments, we like to share in detail a little bit more about the business opportunity and get their opinion, because you just never know who might want to build a business opportunity and share it with other women to influence them. And so the team building opportunity is really awesome because there's extra profit sharing checks from Mary Kay when they build a team. And they can build a team with and start earning income immediately with their very first team member. It might be their mom, it might be their sister, it might be their best friend, it might be a co-worker. But Mary Kay is going to send a profit sharing check from Mary Kay Corporate to them on the 15th of the month for sharing their business with a new activated or qualified consultant who's ordered from the company. And that check starts at just a 4% thank you check from Mary Kay. And for every single team member you have, you earn a 4% based on their sales and orders to the company in a monthly basis. And as you have 5 or more on your team, then you can begin earning more than double a 9% commission check and as high as a 13% commission check. And I always like to be able to show them one of my 13% checks. And if you're just brand new in the business, then show them one of your 4% checks. Because that's, an extra thank you check that you're earning on a monthly basis on the 15th of every month, an extra what we call a love check from Mary Kay, because there is no employment agency with Mary Kay Cosmetics, so we are the only way this company will grow and influence other women. And that's why it's so vital that we pass along Mary Kay's dream, and that was really her request of all of us who said, thank you, Mary Kay. Thank you for giving us this business opportunity. And I did thank her personally so many times because I had the opportunity to meet Mary Kay, be mentored by Mary Kay, the woman, be trained by her. And I thanked her many, many times in her home and in her presence. And she would always say to me, just pass it on. Just pass it on. Because that's the only way others will know what we have in Mary Kay. And so you do want to pass on this business opportunity. And so I try to keep it very simple when I talk about the leadership and the fact that the car is available when they have 5 that they've added to their team, and that it's very possible on a part-time business to earn a career car with Mary Kay. And that's what it's all about, is sharing the dream with others so that they can have it as well. And what I love is for other women to surpass me in the business. And that's the beauty of Mary Kay, is it's not a marketing plan that is a multi-level marketing plan. It's so unique. Mary Kay is a dual marketing plan. So we are all independent contractors, and we work exclusively with Mary Kay whenever we order our products, whenever we are, given our paid commission checks. It's directly from Mary Kay Corporation. It doesn't come out of anybody else's pocket. And that's what's so great about Mary Kay. By extending this business opportunity and offering it to other women, it's a win-win for everyone. And Mary Kay Corporate is eager to pass on one of those love checks to you for sharing your business opportunity and allowing other women to grow and build and have a future, an unbelievable future, because of this Mary Kay business opportunity. So as you shared the avenues of income and our 50% income from our beauty shows, our 50% income from our reorders and our online web sales, and of course the team building options to earn from 4% to as high as 13%, the car program, and then of course directorship. That stepping into, the ultimate leadership position is becoming a sales director with Mary Kay. And at this level, additional bonuses and commissions, life insurance, so much more is available to you as a sales director in Mary Kay. And then ultimately, a national sales director in Mary Kay. And that's the highest level that you can earn in Mary Kay Cosmetics, is becoming a national sales director, really becoming Mary Kay in our community and around the world as a spokesperson for Mary Kay Ash. And as a national sales director, there is a retirement program that's available for you. And you must become a national for this retirement to be available to you. But it is so generous, and it is truly going to be, Mary Kay is the only company, direct selling company out there that has a retirement program that we do not pay into. Mary Kay will cut you a check in retirement as a national sales director, and it is 60% of your highest 3 out of 5 years as a national sales director. And based on that, you and your family will be paid over a 15-year period, that retirement program, that retirement income. So it is significant what the company is making available. And so women who are single, women who are married, and want to provide that and then some can do so with Mary Kay as a business opportunity. Once again, I do like to show them an actual weekly summary sheet of my own and show them, how simple the paperwork is in Mary Kay, and really this is the only paperwork in Mary Kay, is our weekly accomplishment sheet to summarize our sales. I like to show them the prizes that we win in Mary Kay and how fun it is to be a prize winner on a quarterly basis, and that on a very part-time basis, just selling about $300 a week, they can earn prizes during the quarter as well as year-long beautiful diamond rings and diamond bumblebees in the year-long contest that Mary Kay has every year. So I do like to include some of the prize promotions and incentives that the company is so generous with. Of course, I've got my Applause magazine here, and I really do like to share the Applause magazine. If they are someone who is more of a dominant personality who's really all about making extra money, I like to show them the incomes in the back, as I mentioned earlier. And for women who are very influencing, recognition-oriented, really like to see the kind of recognition that the company has, I like to show them this Applause magazine as well. And of course, for other personality styles to see that there's education, support, and really step-by-step guidance to the top with the Applause magazine sent to us on a monthly basis as we are active consultants. So that Applause magazine can really be a helpful tool for you as well in your interviewing. And then of course, depending on her questions or concerns, I will refer to this common concern section of the team building brochure. But first of all, I really want to review the avenues of income and show her a picture of the starter kit and what it takes to get started in Mary Kay. So I would probably pull out this starter kit page, and I would say, you've heard a little bit about how the business works and our avenues of income, and now I'd like to show you that for just $100 you can be in business for yourself. And keep in mind, there are no territories in Mary Kay. We can sponsor women across the nation, and you also need to know that there's a 90% buyback guarantee with Mary Kay, and this is huge. Because as you get started with your starter kit, this $100 starter kit is the only investment that you are required to make in Mary Kay. If you choose to have products on your shelf to sell immediately to your clients and to demonstrate like I do, that's your choice. But Mary Kay will guarantee you a 90% repurchase on any products that you have purchased from the company. If they are unused, you have within your first year of business to return any of those products if you find Mary Kay is not something that you want to continue to pursue as a business opportunity. And for me, that was huge, you guys. I had never sold anything in my life. I had never really even used Mary Kay. I had had a makeover. I liked the way the products looked and felt. I was looking for a business opportunity, but I didn't know if I could sell anything. I didn't know if I'd be any good at this business. So knowing that all I needed to invest in was the $100 starter kit, and that there would be well over $300 in retail value product for me to demonstrate, full-size product, full-size miracle set product, full-size oil-free eye makeup remover and mascara, extra cleanser and moisturizer of the combination oily set, and of course all the trays and mirrors, color cards and doodads that you would need to be in business for yourself, and this beautiful Chanel light quilted bag that is just awesome. Stores all of your trays and mirrors and products and testers and makes you look like such a pro as you build your business opportunity. And with the starter kit, you get all that full-size product, plus in addition you get about 6 or more of the full-size mineral powder foundations and brushes so that you can demonstrate that light sheer mineral powder foundation, which has been so popular on all of your clients. And it really facilitates for a simple skincare appointment, and yet a very effective way to impress women with the skincare products and want them to take home a miracle set, ultimate miracle set, when they add in their microdermabrasion and their firming eye cream. So this page will show not only visually all the products that they get in their starter kit for just $100, but also it itemizes all the individual components of the starter kit. So that's why it's so great to be able to show them a picture of what's in the starter kit and just ask, of everything you've heard today, what sounds great? What really piqued your interest? And she'll tell you, maybe it was, she didn't know there was a car program in Mary Kay, or maybe she didn't realize that, we earned a 50% income. Let her tell you what impressed her about the marketing plan. And then you might say, is Mary Kay something that you would consider for yourself right now? I think you'd be great, and I think Mary Kay could fulfill some of those concerns that you had, or some of those things that you were looking for. As we initially talked, you said to me you wanted a fun, people-friendly business opportunity, and wouldn't you agree? You're going to meet some great people in Mary Kay Cosmetics, and as you build your customer base. And number 2, you mentioned that you wanted flexibility. And can you see how Mary Kay can create the flexibility that you want, so you can just plug it in at your convenience, and every week is going to look a little different, and that's okay. And then last of all, that you were looking for an opportunity to make some extra money. And could you get excited about that extra $800 to $1,000 or more just from your sales? I mean, not even including your income from your team building checks every month that you'll be making as a part-time consultant with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Can you see how Mary Kay can fulfill on so many of the things that you're looking for in the perfect part-time opportunity? And that's why I just think Mary Kay would be great for you. And tell me, are there some other questions or concerns that have come up for you? And if, based on what she says, then I can go back to my common concerns section of the team building notebook, and I can find answers for her here, and I can find the words that are going to help me describe and overcome her question or concern. The first one is, I'm not the sales type, and some ways to overcome her objection there. I'm too shy, I don't wear makeup, I don't want to obligate my family and friends. It gives you the words to say. I don't have enough time. Once again, there's a blank weekly plan sheet in here to review again where she could find the time. And how do I find my customers? Don't we find that that's the biggest question on everyone's mind, is where do I find my customers? So the first question is, think about who you know from a previous career. A present career, any of your co-workers currently, even if they're men, they've got wives and girlfriends. How about from your husband's business or line of work? How about if you're affiliated with a church group, or maybe a women's group, or a PTA group, or how about in your neighborhood? So all of a sudden you're beginning to trigger some ideas for her, some thoughts for her that could overcome the fact that she doesn't think she knows anybody, but she really does. In fact, it's been proven that most people know at least 200 people. If they were to go through their address book, go through their Facebook, contacts, go through their cell phone contacts, they probably know through friends, family, and acquaintances about 200 people that they could share the business opportunity and the career and the products with. And of course, what about those who maybe take care of your children, or maybe you're in your dentist office or your doctor's office, or maybe the person who helped you get started with your apartment complex. I mean, those are all things that we want to kind of help trigger that they do know more people than they think they do, and that this business could really be simple for them. let's see, what are some of the other concerns? You could really even have them write down, what are the pros and cons for them getting started. But I think most people are going to find that with what you've shared and how you've overcome their concerns, there really is no reason why they couldn't get started, except for maybe just a little bit of fear there. And that many times is the biggest objection to overcome, is the fear of, I just don't know if I could do it. And you're never going to know until you give it a try. This business opens up so many doors of possibilities for you, but you will never know until you give it a try. Don't let fear hold you back. Fear is just false evidence appearing real, but it really isn't. So I find that the women who are motivated to make more money, to make a difference in their life, to make a change, really are going to give this business a try, and will go ahead and submit their $100 plus tax and shipping for their starter kit within at least 24 hours. And if someone needs to think about it or pray about it, I really just ask that they do it within 24 hours, because so much fear sets in if they allow 2 or 3 or 4 days to go by, and so many times they'll talk themselves into it and they'll talk themselves out of it, and they'll get so frustrated and discouraged with that whole 3 or 4 or 5 day process that they don't even want to consider Mary Kay down the road. So I find, most people have an instinctual feeling, a gut feeling about whether they'd like to give Mary Kay a try. And I really encourage them to make that decision within 24 hours, and that I can send them home with their team building packet of information. I can send them home with a DVD if they'd like to review a little bit more information or share it with their husband or spouse or boyfriend, significant other, and a CD that they can listen to on the way home in their car. And I really do encourage them to take this and put it immediately into their car and listen to it on the way home, because this can be so inspiring and can help them overcome some of their questions and concerns. And then, of course, book a date within 24 hours to pick up the CD from her and to answer any further questions. And I think you will find that by following this process of having the tools with you, a little preparation on your part in understanding how the team building notebook works, in having the DVDs and CDs in your packets ready to go, you're going to have all the tools to help you step by step give information, overcome questions and concerns, get to know someone better, their needs, and get started with a brand new team member. And Mary Kay's average is, when you share career information with at least 4 or 5 women, just like I did today, you'll have at least 1 out of those 5 that is going to make a positive decision and want to join your team. So that's why, if you're looking to step into your red jacket this month and add 3 or more new team members, you're going to want to do 5, 10, 15 interviews or career chats. Okay? So 5, 10, 15 will create at least 3 new team members for you. If you want a gold medal with 5 new signed agreements during the month, then you'll want to share with 25 women this information. So you can see how, when you make that decision to step into a leadership position, you're going to be not only sharing skincare products and sharing the 10 perfect reasons to create more interest, but you're going to be booking on the spot, either holding in interviews right after your party, and I would give them additional gift if they were to sit down and listen for 15 to 20 minutes more about the business opportunity. I would probably offer them a free eyeshadow or a free mascara even, for them to sit and listen, because that time with them is so valuable. You may never be able to get back together with all of those women in 24 to 48 hours to share more information. But if you can gather them after the party and after they've made their purchase to sit down with you and hear a little bit more about the business opportunity, maybe even watch the DVD with you or a portion of it with you, that is so smart, because you'll find that you'll have more women wanting to get more information or join your team or come as a guest to one of your events because they've heard the facts from you. And something that's really smart to do too is have the DVD playing at your hostess's home as guests come in and begin to get settled in. If they're waiting and chatting and visiting, just ask your hostess if you can put the DVD on for her and anybody who might be coming in early as you're getting set up, because how great for them to have access to that information. Even if they only see maybe 3 or 4 minutes of the DVD, they're going to be impressed and want to have more questions for you as you go through your skincare party, as you share your 10 perfect reasons, and then at the end, as you invite them, after you've delivered, I don't even deliver their products. I bag up their products and I say, you know what, I'd just love to get your opinion of a little bit more information about my business. And if you're open to it, I've got, a free mascara for you if you're willing to sit and listen with me for just a few more minutes. I've got your product here, but I'd love for you to just sit and listen. And then I'll have a free mascara for you as a thank you, because I want to share this career information with at least 25 women this month. And the 5 of you here could really help me in sharing that career information tonight. So you're really working your skincare party full circle. You are sharing the product. You are sharing your 10 perfect reasons and giving them a little snippet of information about the business. You are closing the sale and selling sets, skincare sets. You are, bagging up the product from your car, you're bringing it in, and then you're sharing more career information via your team building notebook and offering them a free mascara, free eyeshadow, your choice, for them listening to a little bit more career information, and then one-on-one, have them give you any questions or concerns they might have. It may feel a little intimidating having them openly ask you questions about the business, but know with your team building guide, you're going to be able to overcome those questions and concerns by using the tools in this section of the notebook to really help you overcome those questions and concerns. So I think you're going to find that team building is really fun, and sharing career information is something I love to do, because this business opportunity has so influenced my life, so changed my lifestyle, my income, and has so influenced my family. And as I've raised my children right alongside my business, I tell you, there's just no other way to raise a family and to create a lifestyle that's abundant and prosperous for yourself, as in selling the products, building a strong skincare using customer base, and then sharing career information and passing along Mary Kay's dream. And really, when you do those 2 things together at all of your appointments, before long, you're going to be finding yourself behind the wheel of a career car in Mary Kay. And I can't wait to celebrate you every step along the way as you become a new senior consultant, a new star team builder and red jacket, and on into team leader and on-target car driver, director in qualification, and new director. I can't wait to celebrate you every step of the way. Let's pass on Mary Kay's dream and build our future national area as a new director, and be a part of our success as we debut on the seminar stage as a new national area. I know you are going to make a difference in a lot of lives along the way. Can't wait to celebrate you on your journey to the top.